this morning. How have you made sense of what happened last night and why? Do you know?
Pete, good morning. What happened last night was very shocking and disturbing to most of the community in Western Sydney, and I'd like to express my sincere sympathies and wish the Bishop and anyone hurt last night a very speedy recovery. You know, this is uncalled for. It was a random act of violence, and this is not in the spirit of Western Sydney. And we call for peace, love and unity at this very trying time, especially after what we witnessed, the horrific events of the weekend down at Bondi Junction.
Yeah, and we'll ask you about that in a moment. But just back to this 15-year-old, is there any suggestion at the moment, Steve, as to why he attacked the Bishop?
Look, we're not quite sure at the moment, but I'm sure that will come out in due course.
Yeah.
But what's important is to ensure that everybody gets the due care they receive, including this young individual, because quite clearly he needs some form of assistance because something has gone horribly wrong here.
Did you know either him or his family or the Bishop or anyone caught up in last night's event, Steve?
I don't know the young man personally. What I do know is the beloved Bishop, Ma Mary Emanuel, is very influential out here in Western Sydney, has an absolute massive following and very much loved and respected. And a lot of people are in shock and just dismayed at how a man of God and faith can be randomly attacked while giving a sermon in church.
Yeah, so why would someone who's so influential be attacked?
Look, we don't know what this young man was thinking. That'll come out. You know, it's very important to stress that random acts of hate and violence will not triumph here over love.
Yeah, and just getting back to that point you made earlier about police, we all saw the bravery that was on display, how they protected the community in Bondi on the weekend. Why were police attacked? Why by those hundreds, if not thousands, of people last night outside the church?
Look, it's very important to say, you know, a few bad apples don't make up a community. Most people there were there to make sure the Bishop was all right and in support of the Bishop. Unfortunately, there were acts of violence last night. Nobody condones that, and those people will be dealt with. But it's never okay to turn your anger and frustrations on the police, because most parishioners out here are very forgiving and very loving, and it's not in their nature.
Well, I mean, you had the Bishop, while he was injured, asking for people to pray for his attacker, Steve. Extraordinary, isn't it?
Well, it just shows a remarkable faith of the man and how forgiving and loving he is, that even after being viciously attacked, he's able to get up and pray for his alleged attacker and ask people to basically forgive and leave this young man alone while the police dealt with him.
You're there on the ground at the moment. You know the community, Steve. I just want to close here. Are you feeling like there is any ongoing danger or risk of tensions escalating because of this?
Look, I would hope not. Most people out here in Western Sydney, we're a very loving multicultural community. We preach love and forgiveness. And for those few that might want to spook hate, it's not going to happen. Most of us won't allow it to happen. You know, we're calling it out for what it is, a random act of violence. We don't know why it has happened as yet. It's unjustified, but we will not let this kind of hatred rule our community.
Okay. Steve Christou, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for your time this morning.